Welcome back, everyone. So, last time, I thought for sure that I had lost this world because of some technical difficulties. Well, I managed to find it, and I feel kinda dumb, because the whole reason I lost it in the first place was because of a very simple mistake. I was looking for a world with a lowercase c in the name. This world has an uppercase C in its name. So, yeah, it was kind of a dumb mistake on my part. So, oopsie there. I am out of iron though, so I'm gonna have to go get some of that going. I still haven't automated this, unfortunately, so we'll have to just do it by hand. But at least it's something, rather than going down into the mines and doing it through there. Because that would take even longer to get probably the same amount of iron. And there's also the bonus that this gets me copper as a side effect. But we can now continue work on our chocolate factory that we were working on. So as a recap, because it has been a while, I have set up part of the furnace engine and the timings that will let me activate the wood farm that is going to be powering the furnace engine. And the whole reason we created this furnace engine was actually, one, it gives us a very high stress capacity, but it also is going to be charcoal production, which is going to be pretty valuable to us because we need a lot of fuel if we want to constantly run the chocolate factory. So, that is what I am working on. And we have about 7 woodcutters set up at the moment. But we don't have any mechanical placers or whatever they're called. What are they called? Ooh, I can't actually remember the name. They're the pokey things. Deployer. I'm going to mark that down because we need quite a few of them. And I did make preparations for that. I can't get around there. Over here I have been working on some zinc. And I can mix that together with the copper. That is, if I don't pick it back up again. And that'll work on our brass supply, since these deployers do require a decent amount of brass to work. So, now it's just time to get some iron. I was trying to get this done beforehand so we wouldn't have to worry about it, but unfortunately I ran out of time, so we're gonna have to do a little bit of it here. I am definitely thinking that once we get the chocolate factory all finished and set up, and maybe even after we set up the berry factory as well, then we will work on automating this, since iron and copper are such huge resources that we constantly need. It would probably be a good idea to get that automated. So, I'm going to try and do some math in my head. We'll see how well it goes over. I think I have almost 20 pieces of dirt, all lined up in a row, but I have 2 rows that I'm going to need to work on. So I think I'm going to need probably around 100 brass. And of course, pressing that is not too big of a deal. I just have to put it in the mechanical press and then just let it run. But of course, it's going to be actually getting it that's the bit slower. I think I have enough zinc, at least for now. I only have like half a stack more, so I'm gonna have to go get some more eventually. But at the moment, not right now. I think I actually have more zinc ready than copper at the moment, actually. I mean, I do have this copper here that I'm gaining through the sieve, which is gonna help out towards that overall goal. But at the moment, it's not very useful. It looks like we have about 80 more gravel to go. Preferably, I would go through more, but because of how time-consuming this is, I'm not going to. Although, if I do have to go and farm more iron, I think I'll get some more sieves, because what you can do is you can do multiple at one time. I think it's either a 3x3 or a 4x4 that the mod uses. So I can go ahead and set that up, that way I'll be doing a little more than just this one sieve at a time. It'll make the process go by a little bit quicker, and it'll certainly help once I get it automated. Now, there is one other detail that is fairly important that we're going to have to work on for this, to get it fully automated. We are going to have to increase the sugarcane, because cocoa beans grow a lot faster than sugarcane. So, what I'm going to do for that is pretty simple. I will just add a second layer to the sugarcane. I don't need to change anything with the clock or anything like that. I'll just shove a few more of those linear chassis up on top and do another layer for the sugarcane to collect. Hopefully that'll generate enough to, at the very least, be a little bit closer to keeping up with the cocoa beans. It probably won't fully keep up and will still be behind on our sugar production, but it will at least be an increase, which is good. Alright, we are down to 25 gravel. We are almost done with this. And we have actually gotten a pretty good amount of iron from it. We went through 3 stacks, and it got us just over half a stack. So, definitely not ideal, but it did help. We are down to 12 more gravel. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there we go. We have gone through 3 stacks. I will go ahead and get that iron smelting up. Yeah, so we do have an excess of zinc now. I should be able to actually just go grab some copper. I think I already have some of it smelted up. Let me check. Oh, actually I don't. I have copper ore, but that's not what we need at the moment. But we do have a second furnace, so I'll just go ahead, nab some fuel from that one, and get the copper smelting as well. So, actually, let's go ahead and get that brass compressed. I have 43. So I need 4 at a time. So I'll get us 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That should work pretty well for now. That's going to take a moment to run through all of that, so I'll come back to it. And I will come and grab some more granite. 3 stacks is probably a bit overkill, but I do need a lot. So we're just going to roll with it. Now here actually comes the fun part, because I kind of built this platform out in the air, which means if I want to put anything beneath it, as you can see, I have the 2 rows of trees over here. I'm actually going to replant those ones, since those are the ones that have the saws ready. Looks like most of these other trees have already grown. Oh, tried to squish me. But in order to go any further, I kind of have to go like this and work at it this way. So I will apparently try and block off my water source. I'm actually going to go ahead and create a small maintenance area. Just this quick walkway. Because this is the piece that I care about. As you can see, I have that one over there. Now, I don't actually know where the dirt ends. Let me go ahead and, just so I can get out of here, build a quick staircase up, and then I'll go down here very quickly, and, okay, so it just squished me down. So that is where I need to get to. One after, though. Oh yeah, I was nowhere close. So let's go ahead. And we need to go one further. There we go. That will... I don't need that one. I won't worry about setting up the other side quite yet, because I don't have enough saws to go to the other side. Eventually I will, because the unfortunate thing is you need a lot of wood to keep this setup running. I mean, you could use bone meal, but that's also much more expensive, so I'd rather avoid that because it's not ideal. As you can see, I've already gotten 41 charcoal out of this, so it's a pretty good amount. It's just it doesn't replant after it chops them down quite yet. But here we can see that it'll chop down that tree for us, and I'll just quickly replant it manually. Let's actually go ahead and check over here. So we've gotten a couple saplings. I will have to have an output for the sticks as well. It looks like I'm going to have to adjust this pipe. Nope. There we go. That way I can have an output for the sticks to go through there. Just gonna nab a piece of charcoal and maneuver my way around to feed the blaze. And checking on the sugar. So I still have a good amount. That's not too bad. But compared to the cocoa beans, it's pretty bad. Alright, that'll start mixing, and how many chocolate bars do we have at the moment? 156. Quite a few. That is perfect. Alright. The brass should have gotten compressed by now. Darn it, I don't have any sugarcane on me, or else I would fix that. I don't know why it is broken. Strange. But let's go ahead and go at, well, first we're going to knock this skeleton and spider farther away. And then we're going to move on and get that brass, as I've been trying to do. I just keep getting distracted. It's very easy to happen. And alloys. Alright, nope. I don't want to compress the sword. Not that I would do anything, but I still want to keep my sword on me. Now that is 20 copper. Let's go ahead and get that going. I do need to steal more. There you go, Mr. Blaze. Eat on up and get me more brass. Okay, I have quite a few alloys on me at the moment, and I have some more in storage. Although it does look like my storage is starting to get a little full. I may have to expand before too much longer. Oops. So that brass hand, I'm going to put about half the alloys. Okay, apparently I didn't have alloys ready. Let me just shovel the brass sheet so it can automatically pull it out. And 10. Ooh, actually, just gonna quickly run and we can get an 11th brass hand right off the bat. And squish, there we go. So, oh, but I believe cogwheels, not too bad. There we go. Now, let me see. I can make... Well, I should probably put the hands in there. Oh, 9. I was actually able to make most of them. Yeah, I have to do that anyways. Let me see... Oh, I always make that mistake of typing wood. But it doesn't look like we have any logs either, so... Let me turn half of these to planks. And put them in, and then put the logs in. There we go. We have a few more casings. Now, the electron tube... Oh, we actually have the rose quartz. It's the redstone torch, which I can just very easily make a bunch of those. And iron nuggets. There we go. That should make quite a few. Oh, but I can only make that one. Alright. I have sandpaper. And I have some redstone. I'll have to gather some more from storage. I actually don't know how much redstone I have left in my storage system. Not good. We will have to work with that. I don't know why there were seeds there. Alright. I'm not going to deal with trying to travel through Soul Sand Valley. We dealt with that last week, and it was a nuisance. I'm going to run down my tunnel and look for some quartz along the way. Hopefully it'll pop up. Yep. The problem is, I don't think quartz is actually that common in a Soul Sand Valley. And that's why we're not seeing any here in the walls yet. Now, I know later on I get some that in a different biome. I do traverse multiple biomes in this tunnel. So I will eventually find some more. The problem is it's rather far down, and that is annoying because we have to sit here and run down the tunnel to get to it. Hey, there we go. Fog cleared. That is good news. And I'm hoping... Yes. Now, the problem with this setup is it's kind of in the wall and kind of annoying to get to, but I think as long as I'm careful, I should be able to get down to that quartz down there. Just gotta make sure I don't drop down and die and lose all my stuff. I didn't see any lava, but it can always be hidden. Oh, look! Well, this quartz is even easier to get to. But I don't think it's going to be enough. In an attempt to save us a trip later on, I will look around this area because this seems to be, well, it doesn't seem to be, it is the nether wastes, which are the most common for quartz to spawn in. At least I think so. I don't really see it as often in the other biomes, and that's why I think that. Oh dear, I'm gonna have to grab that quartz and run. I'm gonna also quickly grab this stuff, because the lava's about to flow onto it. Alright. Well, I did get almost a stack of quartz. So I'd say mission successful. And we can confirm that there is an area that has a lot of quartz for once we eventually need to come and gather more again. Now I have to go find where I fell down. I don't think it was over there. Was it that? No? Oh dear. I don't know where I fell. Wasn't it pretty close to that glowstone? No, because I think that was the quartz that I mined. Well, as usual, I've gotten myself lost. Huh, I really don't know where I fell in. I mean, there's my staircase, so it should be... Oh! Here it is. I managed to find it. Good. Now let's get out of here. I may have iron gear, but I don't want to spend any more time in the nether than I absolutely have to. Because I have quite the history of dying in the nether, and then losing all my items. Usually those accidents occur when I have little to no armor, and I have full iron right now. But if I do die and I get sucked into a death loop, it's going to be quite a nuisance to get out of and rather boring to watch. So I do plan on avoiding it as much as I can. And unless I run into a random pack of wraiths, I should be okay. At least I can guarantee there aren't going to be any hoglins around. That is one small bonus of the Soul Sand Valley. I think once we get the iron process all automated, we may actually be able to set up an automatic miner that will help us mine for ancient debris. Because we are in 116. So that is something that we can work on getting towards. Now, I actually don't know if there's much use in Create itself for ancient debris. Let's actually take a quick look. So netherite scraps. Oh, you can remake ancient debris. But it costs more than it gives you. That just doesn't make much sense now, does it? Very interesting. Alright, so it is not very useful at all. Other than the armor that you can obviously make from it. Although I should probably double check the ingot. Lodestone, netherite block. I mean, a flamerang. Netherite mesh. All the basic stuff. So, other than the netherite mesh and a flamerang, which is... I have no clue how to get that heart of diamond. A very interesting item. I really don't know much about it. It may not... I don't think it's really going to be that high on my priority list to get netherite, it looks like. Ooh, I have one piece of paper left. Just enough to finish off this course. I mean, I would like to have extra, of course, but... yeah, we've got a sugarcane farm, we can make it work. Swap back my extendo grip and place those in. Oh yeah, I need to make one last tube. Oops. I made 12 more tubes. That was most definitely not what I meant to do. I mean, I'll need it eventually for when I make more deployers, but I did not have the intention of doing that at the moment. Now, it looks like most of the trees have grown by now. We'll go ahead and replant those ones. Yeah, it's almost a solid block of wood. Which, actually, I'm going to go ahead and manually mine that, because I do have use of wood at the moment. And I will go ahead and put that stack in there. It can go ahead and sort itself out. I got squished. I don't know why I have that spruce log there. And it just tried to attack me. How annoying. Ooh, actually, these belts are going to become useful. So... oh, why did that first one place properly? Oh. See, I want to place it... okay. See, I want to place it upright, but having the little spoke thing going this direction. But it doesn't want to do that. Okay, there we go. Dang, it is... wait, hold on. Okay. So I guess I should focus on getting... this is quite annoying. I think I may have to just take out all of this. I was going to try and avoid doing that because it removes all the torches as well. And that creates some annoying positions for mobs. But it does not want to work with me at all. So I'll go ahead, put this through like this, and then I will change it back once I get all my deployers set up in the proper position. Which is not in my walkway, that's for sure. Alright. Oh, and unfortunately, I can't vein mine this. I totally would, but it would kind of ruin everything. Because I made it all out of the same material. Alright. Ooh, I should probably go ahead and grab some more torches, actually. That would be a smart thing, because down here is definitely gonna become a mob spawning, or a high area for mobs to spawn. I don't know what I'm saying. I have one torch that I can place down there. But I also just realized that that's not even gonna be my main walkway, because in order to supply all of these with saplings, trying to use the mechanical arm and go to each and every one, that just would not work. It would take way too many resources, way too many arms, and it would be rather inefficient as well. So instead, I am going to create a belt system that will just move the saplings down the row to where they can be picked up. And it's less than 20 blocks, so I only need the one, which is nice. Oh no, I think it's 21 blocks. Luckily, I can do that. So, yeah, it looks like I actually made this exactly 20 blocks long. I did not realize I had done that. That's kind of interesting. Okay, so our next step is going to be to set up one going this way, because we do have to line it up for these, and I want to make sure that this is going to line up properly. Yeah, so if the belt goes along this block, the deployers are going to go one block over. So I think that actually positions itself really nicely for us. Come on, be nice. Turn the right way for me. There we go. And line up this belt as well. Oh. That may be a problem. I have a solution for this. Because I have to make it only too short, because this one has to go there or else it's not going to pop it onto the belt like I want. And of course now we run into that problem of it being a little bit too long. Oh, I had it. Come on, rotate. There we go. So that's going to be one short, but then what I can do is I can just place a depot there on the end. That'll get us that last block that we needed, while still reaching the length requirements. Oh, okay. Before I do that, just in case I want to put in some filters. Dang it, I don't think I can. Let me just pull out those few just to... but now I can't see. Oh, okay, I can just do it like that. That makes it a little easier. There we go. Let's go ahead and fix those torches up. Oh, okay. So I'm now going to go ahead, go through and apply filters to all of these. Just in case, because I don't want anything else that might come across to get messed up and break everything. And now I can put one on each of these. And when I start it up, it should automatically go into the deployers. At least that's my hope. Now, oh, how in the world did that happen? Oh, an extra tree grew and the chest got in the way. Oh, fell down. That's actually not good. Hopefully that does not become a problem. I may, because I don't really know how I'm gonna fix that. Unless I expand the linear... I could just put the chest on this side. Or no, I wouldn't put the chest on that side. I'd have a linear chassis go all the way around and then loop back up. Because the way I have this positioned, I would have to redo the mechanical arm setup if I were to move that. So that would not work as well. But it does look like this is working really well so far. I should have a surplus of the charcoal, which is perfect because I can then transport it over to feeding the blaze. So I'm actually going to go ahead and grab that piece and just feed the blaze right now. So it looks like that was the only piece of charcoal at the moment. There we go, we generated some more, that's good. Can't get around there. I will go ahead and what I need to do now is power that belt. Alright. So I think I'm going to need quite a few gearboxes. And as of right now, I have the andesite alloy needed to create any more shafts if I need them. I only have a few cogwheels though. I'm definitely going to have to make more. Because that did not get me very many. Now I have to remember planks. Just gonna make as many of them as I can, which completely demolished my supply of wood. And I really don't need logs themselves for a whole lot at the moment. So I'll go ahead and turn majority of them into planks. So let's actually go ahead and real quick check up on that iron that I had. I'll go ahead and sleep as well. Actually, I picked it all up. What am I saying? I guess I can check on the brass. Yep, we have a good amount there. I'll go ahead and compress 26 iron. That way I can have it ready to make the saws. I do have to be careful though because I do need another iron ingot there in the middle. So I can't just flat out compress all of my iron. Now that I have more cogwheels, I should be able to make a few more gearboxes. And 9 should be enough. I hope I don't need any more cogwheels though. as I don't really have a good supply of those. Wow, this looks like such a mess right now because I don't have the saws set up along everything, and so I have a little bit of extra wood at the moment. So yeah, I'm gonna... Actually, I'll leave this one unplanted, that way I can test and make sure that it's getting picked up. So I'm gonna have to... through there. So I guess I'll have to break that block too. Of course, I also have to power those. So, let's go ahead and do it like this. I'll just have to get a quick platform so I can sneak around. And then I will set up a gearbox just like that. That should be able to power the belts in the proper way. Now it's time to link these up. And of course I ran out of cogwheels. Rather quickly too. I'm gonna go ahead and create a crafting table over here because I don't want to have to run back when I have the resources at hand. I'm hoping I don't need too many more, so this will be enough. But you never know. And go ahead and just... Okay, that was a bit weird. Yay, it's all moving in the right direction. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I don't want to have it connected to that one, actually. That's not going to be so good. So I think I'm going to have to do some from underneath again. Nope, I can't hit that block from above. Because, oh, and I totally reset the time. There we go. Although, I think I'll undo that one and replace it with a vertical gearbox. And, darn it, gonna have to, come on. You're not turning the way I want you to. Dang nabbit. Okay, fine. I'll just make a platform to stand on. Eh! I was trying to avoid having to do that, but I guess it wants me to. I want to place you like that. Although, yeah, that should be fine. Now I do have to get up. And, well, I don't need that anymore. I guess I can work from down here, actually. There we go. Have my little maintenance walkways down here. They just keep on expanding. Good, it's going in the right direction. So to test... Oh! I messed everything up, didn't I? This entire setup down here needs to be one block higher. Because this is currently trying to place a sapling inside the dirt. Okay. Well, oh well. Just gonna have to tear this all out. Bit of a nuisance, but I'll just have to work with it. And of course, none of these are in the right position, so I gotta tear them all up. Now this one I can leave, actually. because that is going to be the position of the gearbox for the belt. So I'm going to... I'll have to leave this middle piece the way it is, or else I won't be able to walk down here. But everything else I'm going to raise up. And that's actually going to consume quite a few of my granite blocks. So it's a good thing I brought extra with me. Alright, time to take our second attempt at positioning things. I am going to... Nope, that's not the one I need to be digging out. I need to be digging out this one, which in order to reach it, I'll have to dig out that one. Okay, then. Time to dig this all out. Oh. I heard a tree break. So the good news is it is still working for the upper portion. And now... now we're running into that problem again. Which... Nope, that doesn't want to work. Alright. Nope. Yeah, rather than trying to go through and place all the blocks to step on and then digging them back out, I'll just go ahead and jump. Reapply the filters. Since those are all gone now. And set up the belts for the second time. So it goes till there. And it looks like I was actually one too far. Which does make it a little bit easier. We don't have to worry about that same issue. Oh. I almost did it again. Only going to there. And I'll go ahead and link it now. I'm actually going to see... Okay. So yeah, we are still running into that issue of it being one too far. I don't know what was going on down there actually then. That was a little strange. We can apply our depot there. And... oh, we almost forgot. The funnels. Which I think I'm actually going to apply from up here. Now this, I mean, you shouldn't really be walking along this anyways because you're going to get squished by the chassis. But it does make for an interesting look. Alright, let's go ahead and hook everything up. Put that in place. And... put the gearbox in place, which, of course, we're having it go backwards at the moment. I'm actually going to, instead of continually breaking and then placing back that block that I need to get up, I'm going to just do that. Now, looking at how it's connected... I'm not sure if there's a really good way to do this. Let me disconnect all of those. Actually, see, now it turns for me. I can actually just go straight like that. That will make it go in the right direction. And it saves me a little bit of space, actually. Nice. So, let's go ahead and throw one sapling on, and it got planted. Of course, this first one's going to try and eat all of our saplings at first. Okay, it did eat all of our saplings. This has been running, though, so let's see. 34. Yeah, there's no way out back here. Gotta run all the way back down. I may have to fix that. Now, I think it can hold up to a stack, which is not good, so I'm going to... Alright, that works. So I will have to get a pretty big supply of saplings to replace it. But once it does, then it'll just automatically go to the next one that needs an open one. Which means this should be, for the most part, mostly automatic now. I'm just going to spread out the rest of these saplings that I have among the deployers. Oh! There we go. We can see that one did what it was supposed to do. Which is perfect. And we are almost done, actually. Well, at least for the basics. So our next step is going to be to set up that sapling retrieval, or renewal, or whatever you want to call it. Nope, that was not what you were meant to do. I'm going to... yeah, you're not supposed to output sticks. You're supposed to output saplings. I will put sticks back in there. Luckily, we don't get too many sticks, so I can leave it as it is for now. But we are gonna go and grab the needed mechanical arms to place the saplings on that belt. I am gonna have to find a good distance between the two, though. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have one ready. Brass casing. Well, yeah, I kind of used all my brass on the deployers. Oopsie. I'm actually gonna need to make some more funnels as well. So let's go ahead... Oh, apparently I picked my brass back up. I did not mean to do that. This should only take a moment, so I'll just go ahead and wait here for it to finish compressing for me. I have no clue how far it is. Okay, there we go. That is now done. So we can put that in, make some more brass casing because I kind of used it all already. And because I made those extra electron tubes, everything worked out. That's always nice when it works out. Although I do think that was the end of my redstone, which is not good. I'm gonna have to go and find more redstone. Okay. I'm gonna come down here to my maintenance. That's what I'm gonna call this very precarious little strip that is probably gonna spawn a mob on me if I'm not careful. which I'm usually not. Gonna make that too wide just in case. This allows easier access to this as well. And I don't actually think we can check... Oh, we can. Okay. The mechanical arm is not considered a full block. Alright, this is actually running very well. We have quite the excess of charcoal at the moment. Hi, Mr. Creeper. There's nothing you can do to reach me. Ah, there's the depot I need. So I have to have this arm grabbed from that depot and put on that belt. I don't know if that's gonna work. Does that work? It actually does. I did not expect that to be able to work. I'll be completely honest there. So I'm glad it did. And I overstressed the entire system by doing that. Okay. Let me give that a log. I think it's kind of working. Hold on. I need to try and figure out how much stress it's using because... Okay. It doesn't say it's using that much stress. I should definitely get one of those stressometers, though. I need to get one of those set up over here. Oh, dang it. And I broke the cocoa farm again. Whenever it gets overstressed, I break the cocoa farm. That's annoying. I'm gonna go ahead and get a stressometer. And some more water wheels. So, I actually totally don't remember how to make that stressometer. I need a speedometer, which requires a compass and some shafts. The shafts, those are really easy. Oh, I have... Why do I have that many blocks of redstone? I'll turn that back into normal redstone since I was low. And... Ooh. I don't have much iron. Wait, hold on. Let me check. Yeah, I mean, I have 8 ingots. Not ideal. There we go. A stressometer for us. But, no matter what, I'm going to need more water wheels. So, I'm going to make buttons, apparently. Chop some trees down. Just as simple as that. I actually am hoping that I won't even need this. I'll have an excess of logs. And so I won't even need this set of trees anymore. And I can just make a stack of buttons. Nice and easy. I should probably put the rest of the buttons in there so it can take them. And then the planks as well. That'll get me a few. Now actually, I'm gonna need some more planks. Because I definitely need more slabs. Because water wheels tend to take up quite a few. Yep, I knew it. I'm also gonna go and grab some more granite, because I know I'm gonna need a lot more of that as well. And this is all really crazy because I have that massive thing Of course, that massive thing is not connected to this setup. I think I should start looking at windmills, though, because if I'm running into this many issues, it might be a good idea for me to get some windmills set up. And I'm also going to go ahead and set up an infinite water source over here, since up until this point, I've just been running off of the sugarcane water source. Which it works and all for the closer bits, but now that I'm all the way over here, it's a little harder to get the water down and back. Well, mostly down, not necessarily so much back. There's a lot more running involved now. And that is not where that's meant to go. I am just messing up right now. So I need to break these blocks. Yep, can't place that one at the moment. Oh, so it was barely overstressed, it looks like. Which means I might have added a few too many that weren't really necessary. Oh well. Dig out the small square because... Oh, I do have a shovel on me. I should have switched to that. And I'm falling. Now I run all the way back down. And this is why I say that it's probably better to not have to come all the way down, because it's quite the journey at this point. And there we go. We now have our water source down here. That makes it much easier to get what we need. Ah! I just fell off. That was a great move on my part. Just gonna waste the chocolate, I guess. Oh. Yeah, that's actually a problem that I have to deal with. I am definitely gonna need more torches over here. I did not think about that at first. Guess I'm gonna go grab some of that excess charcoal and make use of it. Because I have plenty of sticks. Go around on this side. That should be enough. I'll get 3 more. That translates to quite a few torches. That allows me to light this pathway up properly. So no mobs will spawn in here. And I can also go up here. And this area is not quite properly lit yet. Oh. So that's what was causing it. There was extra leaves that were being generated, and so this tree was causing issues. Alright. Well, once I get the full thing set up, that should not be an issue anymore. Although I did use up almost half the torches that I made. Oh wow, that one got pushed out even further. I'll go ahead and chop those 2 up. And I'll just place them back. That way they're ready to be chopped down later on. So, okay, so that's got 17 saplings in it at the moment. Let me double check. Yep, I don't have any saplings at the ready. Let's actually go ahead and supply some extra saplings. because we don't really need these trees, and they can produce saplings for us. Might as well make use of them. I mean, it does also get me that wood as a bonus, which is always nice, and I almost fell in his hole. That thing should not exist. So yeah, it's gonna take me a little bit to get it fully set up with saplings. And so I think I'm actually going to go ahead and regrow these trees after all. Not for the wood, but for the saplings. Because even after going through and collecting all of that, it did not give me as many as I was hoping it would. But the wood it generated was pretty decent. Of course, I'm still in the process of collecting that. Oh, and it killed my axe. That's sad. Why is there orange sand here? I don't know what happened here with this orange sand. Or red sand. It's red, not orange. But it just keeps popping up everywhere. I just get rid of it as I go. I think it was from Thunder Dragon when he was on with us. He just kept placing useless red sand. Alright, we are almost done, and that provided us with quite a bit of wood, which is nice. And I am always surprised. At times, the vein mine seems to absolutely destroy your hunger, and then at other times, like this, it barely seems to affect it at all. Seems very weird to me. Alrighty, gonna go ahead and replant those as a sapling farm rather than a wood farm. Not that one, I don't care about that one. Yes, I believe that's all of them. And it only left me with 27 saplings. That's too bad. I should automate the cacti farm before much longer too, actually. So I can go ahead and put those in there, and let's see, run on over. Oh, I think I saw it go down. So this one has 26 in them. Okay. So we barely, and I fell. Alright, time to swim back up the chocolate. So that one was barely, showing us what we wanted. So this one has 26. Oh, I can stand on it. Oh, I couldn't jump because of the conveyor belt. So that one has 15. And that one has 14. 5, 6, and 5. So enough to where they are working and resupplying themselves. But the wood supply is not high enough yet for the furnace to be running consistently. Although the charcoal supply is fairly high. Let's go ahead. Yeah, we have a pretty good amount set up back here. Alright, I think our next step might be to start feeding the blaze. Because this seems to be pretty self-sufficient. We can go ahead and actually... Ooh, we are going to need more funnels so this one can be at full speed. and resupplying itself. I don't really know what I was saying there. So that one will work properly, I guess. Ooh, let's actually fix up those cocoa beans now. Now that we've got it running properly again. And I do believe our next step is going to be to make more funnels and create a few more saws. So I did run out. Let me see. Oh, okay. I can go get one more, and that'll get me 9 saws, actually. That is over halfway, which is very nice. Of course, we now have to do a full 10 on the funnels, but those are a little cheaper for us. There we go. I am almost out of iron, though, which is not so good. Funnels. Yep. We ran out of alloys. Let's make that next bit just to be sure. Darn, I was really hoping that the amount of iron we had gained at the beginning would have been enough, but it's looking a little bit less likely that that's going to be enough for what we need. Because we absolutely go through that iron like nothing else. Now, I totally came up here to do something other than sleep. Oh well. I've already forgotten. We have the funnels and we have the saws. I really can't think of anything else that we need at the moment. So let's go ahead and put those in place. Actually, let me check the sugar supplies. Those are actually getting really high. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to come here and nab a few pieces of charcoal to start feeding the blaze with. Once I can have this running pretty consistently, that's when I think I'll work on taking the charcoal from here and feeding it to the blaze, which means we'll have to go and grab another arm. But that shouldn't be too much trouble. Okay. Oh, I was gonna grab an axe. I think that might have been something that I was going to grab. So I have, at this point I think I have more saws than I have for... Oh, yep. Wait a minute. Why did that not chop everything? That was a little weird, actually. I think I might have more saws than deployers, which is good. Kind of. I'm actually not sure if that's good or bad. It's kind of just in between. But there we go. Oh, I was going to place the last one, but it moved on me. Choppy choppy. I don't know why it didn't chop down the entire tree. That's a little interesting. Oh, nope. It placed it on something else. So, there we go. Okay. Now, out. Gotta run out of there. And no, it doesn't have anything else to put out. It might be that there's too much wood for it to chop. So I'm gonna go through, clear all the leaves at first. And then I will go ahead and get the wood after that. There we go. And let's go ahead and chop down. Ah, it moved on me. It moved on me again. Okay. Gonna get these logs as well, which was quite a bit of wood. Let's go ahead and replant them now, because now it's not going to be all at once that they're grown, it's only going to be a couple. I lost sight of the funnels for a moment. So only those ones I can actually do. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like I can make 4 more deployers. Continue our expansion of the farm. And I hope that those don't overstress us. I should probably take a look and make sure our stress capacity is still doing good before I add the deployers in. And I should also probably check when the furnace engine is off, because with it on it has a much higher stress capacity than when it has it off. Oh, okay, that was some lag, that's for sure. There we go, we have our brass sheets. We can go ahead and make those deployers. Unlike the arms, those don't require... oh wait, they do require the electron tubes, okay. Oh, wait, what? Oh, andesite alloys. I'm gonna have to take these last 2 iron ingots and make some more alloys with them. Darn, we are completely out of iron again. What a nuisance. Nope. Definitely will not need all of that andesite. I'm gonna go ahead and put another stack of wood in the furnace engine. It's probably turned all of that wood to charcoal by now. And it'll also give me some more space in my inventory. Oh, nope, only half a stack. So this is actually... I may not need as many as I first thought. Darn it, I tried to supply it with a sapling. Okay, so that deployer... That one still has it, but that one does not. So I'm going to give it 3. I'm going to try and give 3 to each of them from now on. Of course, because it's a moving contraption, it's a little bit harder to get them down there. Alright, that... Oh, actually, I could probably stand up here on the chassis, and that'll save me from some damage. Okay. There we go. I have given it all of the saplings that I currently have possession of. Hopefully they don't take too long to grow. We've actually made it almost to the end of this first row. We only have 4 more. Ah, alright, so we have another one. I'm just going to quickly watch and make sure everything is still working properly. And okay, it did chop everything and it's dropping everything off. Saplings went down, which means we see them coming onto the conveyor belt right here, or at least we should. Yep. And I got nommed by this one. It's at 43 saplings. So that one's getting close to full. But of course that one is obviously going to fill up fastest because it's at the front. Yeah, it almost filled it up. So it is going at a pretty good speed so far. Let me feed, I'm going to feed the blaze again. Actually, let's check on our chocolate supplies. Why are we still at the same amount that we were at? Oh. Hold up. What's going on? Oh dear. That's a bit of an annoying mistake. Somehow, those got flipped around. And so we weren't actually making any of the chocolate. What a nuisance. There we go. That's working a little better now. Alright. So we needed the alloys. That's what we needed. That should have processed by now. And I can go ahead and pick up that extra andesite. That way I don't lose it. Not that I need any more andesite at the moment. We have that this setup, which I actually disabled for now because it was overflowing and causing some lag. Darn, we were only able to make a few because of the limited iron. Although that feels like even less than we should have gotten. Huh. Darn, there are 2 extra brass sheets, but did I somehow do my math wrong? I was sure I created... Oh, that's because I have the sheets in my inventory still. That would be why I messed it up. Pretty good reason as to why. Although... Oh, I should probably put the rest of the hands in. Don't make that same mistake again. I'll clear those out because apparently I need more cogwheels. Oh. I can actually put a stack of logs because apparently I'm out. I did not know about that. And buttons. Oh. Apparently I had 2 extra planks in there that I was able to make use of. There we go. A stack of cogwheels. That should be more than enough for us at the moment. Of course, it helps if I actually put some in. Oh, we ran out of the andesite casing before we ran out of the electron tubes. That's kind of interesting. Of course, we're still low on the alloys. And there we go, we got our 6 more deployers. And I have 7 funnels, so we're still good on that. Let's see, because I think that's actually going to reach the end. If I'm remembering... No, because the saws are what I had set up for that. Actually, I may not need to break through that because I have the belts, but I also have the chassis in the way. Oh. Hey, I actually made it up. Did that? No, that is upside down. But at least it placed it in the right area that I wanted. Unlike those ones. Dang it! This is such a nuisance. Okay, I will take upside down. At least I can turn it around at that rate. It didn't want to turn around for me. There we go. I can go ahead and patch that hole up now. Perfect. Now, I'm gonna have to try and sneak the funnels in. It's gonna take a little bit before those are filled up, that's for sure. And we have 3 more slots for deployers, which means we actually have an extra deployer than we have saws. That is good news. We may not even need this second row. I'll probably set it up later on just so I can have a surplus. But as of right now, I don't think we're gonna need it, which is very nice. Let me check. Nope, that's a gearbox. So yeah, we're still at 46 there. And although we're not running at what I was hoping for, I think it may be time to set up the automation for feeding the blaze. Because I think that's about as good as it's gonna get, at least for now. Because we are very low on the iron that we need. Hi. You get to get flung off a cliff. Goodbye. You too, sir. Nice thing about these guys. Oh, dang it, you're in my sheep pit now. I'm gonna... No, okay. Bad. I'm just gonna have to deal with the bad omen effect. No sheep. You are not getting out. Hi, cows. I'm gonna steal your milk because I need that. You guys get yeeted. You are dead. Okay, now I don't actually know if we have everything we need. We probably need more brass in order to get that mechanical arm. Oh, we actually only need the one. That will work out perfectly, since unfortunately one is all I have left. But it works still. And there we go. Very quick and easy to make. We can go ahead and get that arm. Now, the one thing I am worried about is actually going to be the timing. I may want to slow this down because it isn't always something that I want to be running, unlike the other things like the cocoa and the sugar, which I still have a decent amount of. Those things are all things I want to have constantly running. But this, if I leave it constantly going, and at the speed that it's going at, it's going to just chew through my charcoal like it's nothing. So let's first set that up. And I think actually oh no. So I think the blaze burner is the one that's out of range. So this is always a little bit of a guessing game. Let's try placing it. Nope. They were both removed from that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel like it should have been able to reach that. Well, apparently I had an advancement for that. Oh, yeah. Using the mechanical arm to output to it. Okay, so this appears to be the furthest I can reach. Now, I don't think... Yeah, that's not good. It looks like I'm gonna have to have an intermediary point. Which of course means that I now have to go get another mechanical arm. That's a nuisance. Oh, why do I not have a depot on me? I guess I used them all. Now, I think I actually only needed to create the brass in order to make another arm. I may very well be wrong, and we'll find out here. Just gonna quickly place a few torches because I keep getting mobs and I don't want to deal with them that much. So just gonna do some quick torch spam. I may or may not make that look pretty eventually. I'm not very good at making things pretty, so half the time I don't try. I mean, it's pretty evident over here, actually. And over here. But I am trying to work on that. If any of you guys have suggestions as to what I could do to improve the look of some of these things, feel free to let me know. I am open to suggestions. Oh, that's why it wasn't making more. It had copper in there still. Why did it have copper in there still? Very strange. So I am going to grab... I don't need much copper, so I'll only grab a little bit. But the zinc, I definitely need more of. Let's go send it through the crusher. That way we can at least get a little bit more out of it than just the raw one-for-one that normal Minecraft gives you. I also realized I probably should have thrown the zinc first, because I already have a little bit of copper. Oops. Come on, give me my zinc. Thank you. And I'm going to melt the zinc first. I can throw this copper back in. It's only 4, but at least it's something. And the rest of it I'll throw over there. And I only needed the 3. Yeah, unfortunately it doesn't look like I have any. Actually, I totally forgot. I put that stressometer in my inventory after I made it. But I never actually went and put it on my machinery over here. That's a big dirt move on my part. I actually want to see... Yeah, that cocoa is really growing. Probably can put it right there. So yeah, it's kind of high, which is not good. And that is with this running. So if that stops running, it's definitely gonna break everything. So let's not let that happen, shall we? Now, before I forget, again, I'm gonna go ahead and make a depot. That will allow me to create that intermediate space between the two of them. And looking at the mechanical arm... No, I'm 1 electron tube short. But, I don't know why I have that marked, actually. I don't need that. Yes, I can. The only reason I couldn't before was because the redstone, which I obviously fixed that part. So I'm going to need... Let's actually make 3. Hold on. 8, 16, 24, so that's going to be 48 to make 6. Had to do some quick math. So I'm gonna make 6 sandpaper. Why? Oh, whoops. I totally forgot that replaces. Okay. There we go. We have sandpaper. And quite a bit of it, too. Alright. While I work on getting this rose quartz set up, I will ever so slowly move towards the brass production that I have going on in the background over here. We can now very easily get those electron tubes set up. Grab that zinc and throw it in. Grab the copper. Gonna have to steal 1 piece of coal to finish off the copper. Ah! Darn it. It fell. That was annoying. Okay. Throw down the zinc and throw... Where'd the copper go? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it just fell in again. Yep, there it is. But at least it sucked up the zinc that time, so I can just hop up there and place the copper. And that is actually all of the copper that I have from that little bit. So hopefully that's enough to get me... Well, I know it's enough for what I need at the moment. But hopefully it's enough to get me what I want later on as well. Yes, we have brass. So I think these 2 sandpaper are actually going to be enough. So it looks like I end up making an extra. Because doing math on the spot is kind of hard. And there we go. We have finally made it through all of that rose quartz. I'll put the sandpaper back along with the rose quartz. And make the arm. I only made the 2, but... Oh, yeah. Oh, I was gonna make the compressed brass while I was over there. Looks like we'll have to make more redstone torches, actually. I thought I made enough earlier. Apparently not. I shoot through those redstone torches pretty quickly. Yeah, I'll leave 3 brass just in case I need brass as brass. Most of the time, I seem to need it as compressed form. But occasionally, such as with the flywheel, I do need it in its ingot form. Yeah, even here on the jetpack, it needs to be compressed. Which actually, once we get this factory for the chocolate all set up, we may want to take a look at going after the dragon. Because, yeah, I don't have diamond gear, but you obviously don't need diamond gear to take on the dragon. I think we may be able to do it just as it is. As is, so that may be in one of the upcoming streams, actually. We will have to see. I did it again. I even said I was gonna do it, but I forgot. I never made that depot that I meant to. And a depot is such an easy thing to make as well. All I need is... Well, I obviously don't have any andesite alloys, apparently. So that's not going to be helpful. But I have the casing, at least. Darn, it looks like we have to go sit through iron production again. Gonna grab 4 stacks of cobblestone. And go chuck it in the grinder. Because we are completely out of iron. And we need more. Unfortunately, I know that this is going to take way too long. But there's also not a whole lot that I can think of to improve it. Maybe I'll just get like 10 iron and then just store the rest of the gravel until a later time. Because otherwise we're going to be stuck here like this for 5 minutes or so. I actually have no clue how long it takes to go through the sieve. Well, actually, I feel like a bit of a dum-dum note for not thinking of this. I literally said it earlier. I might as well go make those sieves. Because if I go make those sieves, it should be able to speed up the process. There we go. I can spell. Hey, you need sticks? I have sticks. 7 sieves. Actually, let's make one more. That way we can get a 9x9 going. That should work out pretty well. And if this works as I'm... Oh, but... That was all easy to make. But I kind of forgot about the fact that I have to have a mesh to go with it. Kind of not going to do much if it's just a block. The gravel would just fall right through. So, for the mesh, we can probably get a flint mesh. Oh, apparently they've disabled the string. Give it more sticks. Oh, why don't these stack? That is such a nuisance. I actually just completely demolished my small stick supply. I obviously have enough wood to get more, but that was a bit more stick intensive than I thought it was gonna be. What the? Oh yeah, because yeah, that one is an iron mesh. Because when I made that one, I actually had the iron for it. Now I kind of don't. So let's go ahead and get... Wait, what? Oh, I did put those in. Okay. I kind of confused myself for a moment there. No big deal. Gonna need quite a few more sticks. Oh. I had more in my inventory. Yep, I just totally derped. There we go. Later on, once I get the iron production automated, I'll probably go and upgrade all of these flint meshes to iron. But since we're trying to get that iron in the first place right now, yeah, this is going to be much better. We'll stick with the flint. Unfortunately, it doesn't have as high of a output for iron and copper, but it still works. But yes, this is working wonderfully. I definitely should have upgraded sooner. It would have helped me out a lot if I had upgraded sooner, because I just went through that stack of gravel like it was nothing. Now, I do wish I had the one, and I think I have it for tools, but I don't have it for blocks, where it kind of puts the same block in your inventory. That would be kind of nice if I had that, but unfortunately that doesn't exist, at least not in this mod pack. Now it may not be so bad to try and get a little more iron than we first thought, because I actually went and upgraded. Yeah, that got us a good half a stack of iron, just like that. Oh, for a moment there, it looked kind of like I had iron in the furnace, and I was like, what? So, throw that zinc in. I do want to go grab more copper. Or, why would I grab more copper? I can just smelt the copper that I gathered when I gathered the iron. Duh. And that should... I don't know how much iron I need, though. We'll see if 3 is enough to get me through this first bit, since I only need... What do I need? I was going to make a depot, which I have the andesite casing, although I'm running out of that, too. Guess I'm going to turn all 3 into nuggets, because I need a lot of andesite alloys. That is probably going to be the first thing I automate once I actually do automate that iron production. Because andesite alloys are the thing you use the most, so they're always going to be useful to us. Alright, let's go ahead and grab the extra brass too. Don't have a use for it quite yet, but it will come in handy. I'm sure of it. There we go, we finally got our depot. One of the simplest items to make, yet it took me longer than the mechanical arms. Kind of ridiculous. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and feed the blaze. Alright, all of that is working. Let's actually take a quick look at our chocolate. Nice, we are definitely increasing on that, which is what we wanted. Oh, but... Oh, darn. I just realized. We only have 1,100 SU stress capacity available. These arms are pretty high stress capacity. So, yeah, that's gonna be fun. I'm gonna go ahead and put that there. And, place it like that. Okay, luckily that only uses 256. But I think we want to slow that down even more, actually. Because the blaze goes through fuel pretty slowly. So I think we actually are going to want to grab some of those larger wheels. And instead of making it faster like we normally do, we're actually going to want to slow it down. It's not that often that you want to slow something down rather than speed it up. Is it? It is called a wheel. Or cogwheel. And I still have plenty of the small ones at the ready, which is always a bonus. Now let's go ahead and, as of right now, this has been sped up 1 time. Oh dear, I'm gonna have to try and follow the loop. Yes, it looks like it's been sped up 1 time. So if we reduce it like this? Is that how I reduce it? Wait, let me try. No, it's that way. That's how I reduce it. And then I would do... Because I want it to be really slow. Now is that... No, that's going to cause problems. I'll go out at that diagonal. Come on. I want to go down. There we go. That's also going to heavily reduce the stress impact. But can I go even slower? Is that a possibility? I don't know because I don't have speedometer on me. Nor do I really have the iron at the moment to get one. Let's put it like that. I can. Because I really don't need much speed out of this arm. Of course, it's now become quite interesting to climb up. No, I can't do it like that because that just cancels out what I did there. I'd have to go out like that. And now I can actually make use of some shafts. I always forget about those, actually. They're really useful for things like this, where you have to get past another gear. But that works out, and it looks really, really slow. But I think that's all I really need. Let's go ahead and steal a charcoal. Okay. That may be a little bit too slow. Maybe. I mean, I'm so used to things moving like all these other machines where it's super fast. But considering this thing is going to be pretty much constantly going, that may actually be a good speed for it. And there we go, it refreshed the blaze. Let's go ahead and set up this bit, which I can actually just place it like that. And have it just set up like that. Because this one, it doesn't matter what speed this one's going at. Because it can only put the one on there at a time anyways. It's gonna be waiting on this one to take it off before it does anything else. So that actually significantly saved us on stress, which is very helpful. But if we come down here, that is still mixing. I actually can no longer get down there. Oh, wait. I kind of can. See, this is still coming in. And it refreshes the blaze. The sugar's in. The cocoa beans are in. That actually seems to be working out pretty well. We may have actually finished the automation. Let's check down here and see what our charcoal storage is. Oh yeah, we have more than enough. And considering the speed that it's going at, I don't think we're actually going to run out. Darn, we did run into that problem again. Alright. I mean, I know how to get the solution. At least I think. Ooh. Hold up. I'm gonna have to think about this for a moment, actually. So the problem is from the chest and the portable interface getting in the way of the leaves. Oh dear, that may actually become a problem. I may actually have to move this portable storage interface back and over one, because I'm going to have to move those chests. It looks like I only need to move them one, though, because they're only pushing that one log out of the way. Let's go ahead and go create the linear chassis that we need. I'm going to actually nab that sugarcane and put it back there. Still don't know how that broke. I don't think I'm ever going to know, actually. But, at least I was able to finally fix it. Even if it was only by chance. So I've actually got it marked over here. Let's actually go check, because we left this stuff running back here. We should have quite a few more andesite alloys. Well, maybe not quite a few, but definitely some more. We have the copper. Let's go ahead and swap this back to creating the brass, since that's still pretty useful to us. I'm just slowly depleting that fuel source right there. And I grabbed the iron. I don't think we need to make any more alloys at the moment, so we'll just work with what we have. 15 linear chassis should be enough, though. I'm hoping. Now. Oh, I totally missed that jump. Let's go ahead and go reposition those. Actually, I'm gonna check. Yeah, so the wood is still going down. So my first hope was that I wouldn't need that second row. But it may be that I don't have enough saplings because I see... Wait a minute, why is that one a fist? Okay, yes, squish me. Oh no, it doesn't show. Let me try again. I gotta make sure I know this one is the fist. So I want to get squished down into this one so I can double check it. Let me, there we go. That should have fixed that. I don't know how that happened in the first place. Bit of a strange issue. Wait a minute. It actually seems to have fixed itself. Because maybe we don't actually have to do anything. I think it might have fixed itself on its own, which is kind of interesting. But let's go ahead and watch. So we know this part all works properly. Broke all that and everything. And we should be able to see... Yep, that one came through, and it all went onto that... Actually, no, it didn't all go onto that one, since that one's a full 64. So these other ones should be starting... Oh, wow, that's actually really been working. We've filled up 2 of these deployers. So yeah, I think it's just a matter of time while it generates more saplings. And once it gets all the way down to the end down here, these ones will fill up again. It's gonna kind of hurt productivity at first. I'll have to monitor it and keep an eye, make sure everything's still working properly. But I think it's gonna work out pretty well. Because the charcoal production is still high enough that it's keeping up with the chocolate, which is, of course, what we're aiming for in the first place. And we are probably going to fill that up before too much longer, actually. Now that we have this almost completely on its own, because that's going to replant itself, which means even if the furnace stops working, we should be able to still run. Although, if the furnace stops working, we're going to lose 16,000 SU of stress. Which is definitely not ideal. But it seems to all be working so far. Now, we know the cocoa beans are doing just fine, but the sugar is definitely slow. So I think we're going to go ahead and quickly get that set up, since that should not take us very long at all. And then that'll probably be the end for today. So I'm going to have my dirt go above the chest. And so it'll line up like this. Ooh, I hope the cocoa beans don't run into this when they get flung across. That would not be good. Oh, starting to place things where I don't want them. So this is going to be another full row of 40 or 20. I think this is a row of 20. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and actually lower that, because Because I need to make some very cheap scaffolding right there, so I can get up and down. Why did that sugarcane get dropped there? That's not good. I'll go ahead and just throw it in that mix. Oh, that's the cocoa bean setup that I was looking at. This is the sugarcane one. Yeah, I'm probably gonna want to fix that, though. Because it kind of works. Oh! Yeah, that's definitely a problem. Although, it ran into that block, which that one is going to get moved. So that's okay. I'm actually going to go ahead and break that, because I don't want it to run on me since I need to update it. I think I should be able to attach the chassis to the top of the chest, right? If I do it like... Well, that's not how I wanted it. Dang it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that should still run properly, I think. Let me just... Okay, it's not letting me glue it again, so I think it's still glued. Now... This... is actually in a really bad spot. I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna want to put the glue on this side of the chest. Oops. And there it goes, going in the wrong rotation. Because I have to go up and around that piece of dirt. So the next one will go there. Go up. And then like that. That way it's kind of like a hole in the wall situation. Where it just loops itself around. And I'm totally getting stuck. Get me out of here. Okay. Yep, well, I can no longer get up. More scaffolding! This time with granite. Okay, so I'm gonna have to put the glue... Oh, okay, I think I can leave that one as is. But I am going to have to make sure I don't put any of the things on it. It is that one that I want. Because that's going to be 2 above the dirt, which means it'll be 1 above where the sugarcane is growing. I think that's all we need for the second layer, actually. I'm going to get rid of that. I know I made some extra pieces to that setup. Oh, I can't remember what the name is, though. There's the name of one of these. It was the Harvester? Hey, I was right. It was the Harvester. That was all I needed. Now, this is actually going to be a little bit harder. I now need to get the water in place. Also... Hey, it did work. Okay. So, I now have to put water up here. I think what I'll do is I'll, on this side, put a line of granite. Actually, I should probably make it out of dirt, shouldn't I? That way, I can actually upgrade the machinery and do one on this side. So it kind of makes a little goalpost. Because down here, I only did it on the one side to start with. But based on how much sugarcane I need and how much slower it grows in comparison to the cocoa beans, I think it'll be a good idea to have it on both sides. Well, that, and I also have the cocoa beans double stacked. So, they kind of have a bit of an unfair advantage when it comes to that aspect. Now, I don't actually know. Okay, good. I have plenty of dirt. I wasn't sure if I had actually kept it or if I had just chucked it, because most of the time you don't actually need dirt for that much. Although, whoa, my gosh, I just crashed. I don't know what happened there. Give me a moment to load that back up. That was very strange. Okay. I don't know what happened there. It just crashed out of nowhere. Jeez. I guess it didn't really want me to place that dirt block. Place. Okay. Well then. That was very strange. I don't know what happened there. Alright. And the other reason why I was making this in the first place was actually as a water spill prevention. Because I obviously have to have the water here for the sugarcane to grow. And if I don't have it on this side, the water is going to spill out and just destroy everything. So, yeah, that would have been pretty bad. Now, oh, dang it. Makes it look like I have picked it up, but it doesn't actually pick it up. I can actually just go like this. Oh, hold up. Why did that break the sugarcane? I don't like that. Yet another weird bug, it looks like. Because it placed back down just fine. Oh, I think I know what it was. I tried to pick up the water from down here before the water had flown down on top of it. And so it, for a split second, there was no water. Huh. I didn't expect something like that to happen. And it's kind of interesting that I was able to figure it out so quickly. Most of the time when issues like that arise, I take absolutely ages to try and figure it out. Ooh, also, doesn't help. I should not be pouring water off the edge. Yeah, I really like puzzles. I think they're a lot of fun most of the time to do. But I'm also not very good at them. If you ask me to do a puzzle game or a puzzle map, I'm probably going to struggle a lot more than some people would. Sometimes I'm able to figure it out, but most of the time I am left scratching my head. And I'm actually going to have to block that off. And I can now not get rid of the sugarcane. That was not the point. I'm actually apparently one off. Let's go ahead and fix that. I did not realize I was off by one. Oh well. That was a quick enough fix. There we go. I've now gotten rid of all my scaffolding, and I need torches. Let's quickly go grab some torches, because my water is freezing up there. I don't want that to happen. Actually, I can just hijack it from right here. Give it a moment to bring the coal back up and steal it. I'm also going to go ahead and do a quick check right here, make sure. Why are you not moving? Why did this stop moving? I don't get it. It's still got power. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take off my extendo grip to read that. Okay. So that really doesn't matter too much. It shouldn't have changed anything. Take item from depot, deposit it in the blaze burner. Why are you not doing anything? I guess I'm gonna have to do some troubleshooting on that. Because I am lost. Oh, wait. Now it's working. I don't get it. If you guys know what's going on there, let me know, because I am pretty lost at the moment. But back to the task at hand. Make torches. And fix this, otherwise it's going to cause some serious issues. Oh dear. I always run into these kinds of issues because I'm decided to go and build on the top of a mountain. I mean, it looks pretty nice up here, but dang, do I keep running into annoying issues like this. Gonna have to make sure I remove all those lower blocks as well, because otherwise I'm gonna run into them with that. Okay, good. It's starting to melt on its own. I don't think this area is technically in the mountain anymore, so I could leave it be, but more for, oh, dang. Unity, I guess? I'm gonna leave it be. Obviously, that one did not have enough heat. Let me do one more down here. That way, just in case it freezes up, it hopefully won't. And now, time to go harvest the sugarcane. Actually, I should probably reactivate this first. Although I'm gonna have to wait for it to... Okay, there we go. I have to wait for it to deactivate like that, because otherwise it'll go partially stop and then turn back, which can break the farm. So it is time to go harvest that other sugarcane, because I do still have my original farm over here. It actually gets me almost 40 sugarcane. Oh, and I did it again. I always end up breaking the torches on the other side because of the range the extender grip has. It's kind of funny if you think about it. But yeah, that gives me about... I think it actually gives me exactly 40 sugarcane. I think, because we already had 2. Nope, not superglue. Sugarcane. I'm not entirely sure about that. Okay. See, dang it! Why did that break? Okay, I think the cocoa bean launched over just fine. It looks like for some reason it paused right there. It shouldn't have. Oh, it totally just stole the dirt. I did not think about that. Oops. Well, I guess this is going to be an open aspect where it just kind of flows on through. Oh, but... Oh, nope. The cocoa beans are definitely not making it all the way through anymore. Darn it. We added a second layer of sugarcane, and it works. I'm being pushed. I'm being pushed. Hi. Get out of here, creeper. No one wants you around. Yeah, I added the second layer of sugarcane, and it seems to be working just fine. But unfortunately, I also messed up some of the other things in the process. So, I think what I'm gonna have to do is actually reset. Nope, nope, nope. I heard you, creeper. You get yeeted. No one likes you. Luckily, with an extender grip, I can kill him from up here. Because that would have been bad if he blew up right there. There are some pretty valuable things that would have died. Let me go ahead and just shove a few sugarcane on there to get crafted up. But, yeah, I kind of broke some other things while adding that second layer. I'm gonna real quick grab the other mechanical harvester so that we can have both sides of the sugarcane get harvested. But, due to timing, I am gonna have to end it. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream, and thank you to What Is Life for following. Make sure you hit the bell, that way you can be notified whenever I go live. I will see all of you guys next time as I get shoved along by the machine.